Casters are ready.
I'm not ready.
Alright, so we're gonna get in here. We should see first ban come out right away as a Mumu. Yes, good job. Second ban,
Tarek,
Tarek. They're banning the Tarek out on Lucille. Dude, Tarek, Lucia loves Tarek. Just saying. That is just that's a good idea. To ban that Tarek. They just don't want to
Lucio's
see it.
pretty good.
Yeah, he's the core of something. I'm not even sure. Probably not his
He's the
team,
core
but
of his team. He is the core of his team.
he's the core of his team.
Everything is
That
he's the core.
support is the center of his, like when they get into team fights, they all just circle around him and protect him instead of him protecting everyone else, and he just kills everything
Exactly.
really slowly.
He's the crystals to Tarek. He's the rock to Malphite. He's just the man. He's the poison to Singed.
He's the minion farm to Cho'Gath. The nom nom nom.
That's what he is.
Alright, so the bans for Cho'Gath and Jarvan come out, as well as Shen. Free agent also banning out the Vayne. They don't want to see that. It's interesting that they just ban out some of the bottom lane. They probably think that they could take out whatever's in the mid or top pretty handily. Oh, and the Malphite comes out. I knew that was gonna happen. They didn't ban the
Malphite
Malphite.
support.
Probably here comes a Blitz as well. Lusal's pretty good on his blitz. They might actually pick that up. All right, Varys just picked that away from them, so that is not going anywhere. Looks like Vi is also
Oh,
coming out as the jungler. Oh man, this is turning out to be a pretty strong comp already for free agent.
I'm scared now. I'm scared.
Yeah, honestly, that Malphite's gonna be a little thorn in their side no matter what they pick.
Malphite does not die easy.
Oh, and the Lulu coming out for Lusal. That is gonna be yet another one that's it's gonna be really annoying for the free agents. I think that honestly, I would have let him pick Tarek over Lulu.
Maybe. Just maybe.
Tarek's pretty strong right now, but the change to his passive, where he gets the change to his mana passive, where he gets mana back based off the amount of damage he does. Since that's no longer there, it drastically affects his laning. So I don't know. I think I would have let the Tarot go and picked something else. Not sure, because it leaves a lot of
Um,
stuff open. Tristana also coming out for No Girlfriend or Real Season Vets. My brain,
Good
just it's
job,
already done.
Essential.
It's already
Proud of
done.
you. It's already, we just began and you're already
Free
dying.
agents picking up the Nidalee. Looks like they're gonna be going for a poke comp, kind of. They have
That's no poke comp, Essential.
well anything with Nidalee and it turns into like this poke fest. Okay, so
There's
there's
that.
Zed. So they have like a weird mismatch of like they want to catch people, but they also want to poke. Uh,
Nearly does have a lot of burst damage, so
that is true. That's if she can hit the spear though. It looks like she's gonna be in that mid lane. Oh, and the
I think
Irelia
I
coming
use
out.
now.
The Irelia coming out for Real Season Vets. I haven't seen Irelia played seriously in quite a while. It looks. I'm actually kind of surprised. Like, I'm surprised, but I'm kind of excited to see this because, like, back in the day when I played nothing but top lane, I would play Irelia for like 100 games straight and
Back
just
in the
just play
day.
that. Back in the day when I was actually good at the game, uh, I
I
could
know
just
you
play
back then,
Irelia.
so,
Yeah, nobody knew me back then. I was actually good, and I just played Irelia all the time.
so no one actually knows if you were actually good. You could just be lying.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. And then the
Just
Syndra
lying.
also coming out for Real Season Vets, and active game not found.
That is scaring me.
That is not
That's
good. Looks like Lusal's in a game. We'll see. They're in champion select still.
Okay, no, we're good. We're good. We're good.
Okay, we do see Caitlyn coming out. That's going to be their AD carry down there. Uh, I don't know how strong it's going to be against that Tristana.
I think Graves would have been better with a Blitzcrank.
Yeah, that or maybe Varus, because I mean honestly, Caitlyn can't do anything to stop Tristana from doing her thing. Varus would have been able to at least throw the ult out, get some free damage out onto Tristana, because Tristana's really bursty. So anything you can do to just stop the burst is probably better than nothing.
We'll see.
So it does lock in. They're gonna stick with that Caitlyn in the bottom lane. Actually, I'm gonna be kind of interested to see how this works out. It looks like there's gonna be a Malphite in the jungle. We'll see how well Vi is gonna be able to try and stop him from doing his thing.
I think Vi has a faster clear time, but she doesn't come out with as much health, probably.
Yeah, honestly, I really think that as far as like team comp goes, Real Season Vets has a definite edge. Uh, if they get into a full-on fight, they've got way more tank. Like they've got a front line basically, and they've also got that initiate. They've got disengage from Lulu and Tristana as well as Syndra. Not much coming out. It's like they basically for the free agents, they're just looking to catch and get a lot of damage on one person. But unless that's Tristana, they're not going to be able to really win a team fight anyway.
That's true. They the only people that they really want to be catching the free agents is Tristana, maybe Syndra, maybe Syndra,
Yeah,
and
if they can do the damage to Syndra and they can like stop her from getting a little bit more of like a
and all's
tanky
off.
AP kind of thing, or like an ult or anything basically, uh, then it's fine. But Syndra's Syndra's abilities are all instant cast. They're not. She doesn't need
Yeah,
to finish her animation for her like her ult or her Q to go off. So she could throw a Q and then ult right away. And okay, so she got her damage out. Maybe she died, but the rest of her team, if they're there, that's gonna, that's a huge chunk to whoever she ults. Especially if she picks up a Manamune early, that's gonna be ridiculous.
Miramana.
Nah, it's Manamune, so that they can. She's gonna have to like, stack it up first.
But she's not gonna get any bonus damage on it on any skills if she just has a mana
It's
moon.
okay though. It's okay. You,
Silly
you don't need
Central.
you don't need
Stop.
Muramana. You just don't. You just need to get the Manamune and then like look at it for 750 mana, and then it'll turn into something else. I forgot what it turns into though. It's really good
Miramana.
though. No, it's definitely not
It's the
Muramana. It's
it
no,
it
it's
is Miramana. Yes.
all right.
Stop, Central. You're ruining everything.
But basically, as far as team fights go, the edge goes to real season vets. As far as catches and if they can get good catches or just kind of go for it, then heck yeah, real season vet's going to be in trouble. But they're going to be sitting there trying to poke with Caitlyn and Italy, and I don't think it's going to work very well because real season vets just have this insane dive comp.
I want to see them tower dive at level 5. Yeah, level 5.
Level 5 tower dive from who? From
I
real
want to
season
see an
vets
invade.
or
Actually, I want to see an invade from real season vets.
you might just get your wish. They're listening.
But I expect an invade from um, free agents because they do have the Blitzcrank pull. Can get that blue buff pretty easily. As we go into game right now.
All right, so in the load screen, Gonna talk about something. We'll see what we can talk about.
That's we talked about like everything.
Well, I don't know. As far as like, Summoner's variation on both teams, I still have to give again the edge to real season vets. Caitlyn's got that barrier, but what's barrier to an ignite, especially if they're low? Or if
They're
Caitlyn gets
actually
low,
they do the same amount of damage as the barrier shields.
the thing is it does the damage over time. So unless he barriers like at the end of ignite, then ignite still wins out over the barrier because the barrier will go down and ignite's still ticking, right? So you only take like half the damage from ignite still, but the other half is still there. So if they can get her low enough, barrier is pretty useless.
I don't think so. I've never known this, but Vi actually is wearing part of a skirt. Pulls on her right leg. I've never noticed that before.
It's a tutu. Just
She's
saying,
wearing a tutu.
it's a tutu. But it's because of that that steampunk kind of thing going on that they got going with her, as well as the
I
uh,
want
the Rocket Girl Tristana. Those steampunk kind of things are pretty popular.
I want more steampunk. I love steampunk. Just
See, this is why it's popular. Because Penguin comes in, he's like, I love steampunk. I'm gonna have all the steampunk.
I love everything Team Steampunk. It's just amazing. So amazing. They should make a steampunk Blitzcrank skin. Want it.
Really.
Starting items. Caitlyn did go with the boots instead of a longsword. That may just be the end of the Caitlyn.
Really now. Why would you why
You're
would you
losing
think why
10.
would you think say that? Like what is the reasoning behind the end of Caitlyn right
You're
there?
losing. You're losing 10 attack damage right there, and it doesn't look like she starts with that much attack damage anyways.
Alright, well we haven't seen the start from Tristana, but this she goes boots
Boots
as
too.
well.
It's interesting. They are both very low on the ADs.
It looks like we might see a slight invade from real season vets. Looks like they're trying to Blood Crane's trying to bait out something or trying to scout for his team here. But their free agent looks like they're just going to be defending. They got this nice little wall with Nidalee out in the
Traps.
open
But
here.
lots of traps though. Lots of
Yeah,
traps.
there's a few traps in the area, but I mean, as long as nobody really invades, then it doesn't matter. Looks like they're just all gonna go in for their own respective jungles, but the traps coming out from Nidalee just everywhere. There's one in the bush here going to Wraiths. There's one right in front of Red Buff, right on the side of Red Buff, going
And
to.
there's one that golems.
Wow, these are some pretty solidly placed traps.
Just on us walking around. Oh, just on us pinging the trap.
Hmm. Looks like we do see a pretty solid start from both teams, just getting their blue buffs, their own little jungle area. And they're just going to go ahead and passively lane here for a minute. Barry's getting a little bit of poke out onto himself from Syndra. Actually, I'm kind of interested to see how Syndra and Nidalee are going to match up against each other.
Well, Syndra can just push Nidalee away if she does decide to fight. Brawling style, cat, leopard,
Yeah, but that's only
cougar.
that's only at 6. The early game is gonna impact their lane quite a bit. Let's see what's going
Syndra
up
does
in the
take the
top
spear.
lane. Looks like both teams just kind of content to farm out for a minute. Nidalee was trying to get a little aggressive in on to Syndra, but you know what? Syndra's got how many potions? Three, and a lot of mana regen. That's actually surprising. That build is something new, something I
I
haven't
like it.
seen. I do. I like it
Honestly.
a lot. It addresses a lot of her early game issues, which is big time mana. Like she's very mana heavy in the early game. Those Qs cost
Gonna
quite a
start doing
bit.
that.
Looks like we might have
Gonna
a
start
gank
doing that
coming
on
in on bottom
Ezreal.
lane here. Why would you start doing that on Ezreal?
Because he has high mana costs, obviously.
Oh my god. Alright, so Malphite decided he's not going to go ahead and try for that one in the bottom lane there. It looks like he did get caught out with the Nidalee trap there, so there's that. Top lane, we may see a gank coming in from Vi. We'll see if they can possibly get this baited out here. It looks like it's kind of being a little obvious about it. Looks like they're going to go ahead and not go for it. Let's see.
Zed's obviously not baiting right now. Just
Yeah, you know what? At this point, they should just realize that Irelia is not gonna fall for it, and they're just gonna go. Yeah, there they go. They're gonna go ahead and back off. Nearly getting a lot of damage in on the Syndra. Syndra's actually right now, trying to put too much poke in on Nidalee. Nidalee did back though for mana. Here comes Vi in for a gank in the mid lane. Looks like they are gonna go in for this. Syndra in a little bit of trouble. Does dodge the Vault Breaker actually just by missing it completely. Um, the spear coming out did miss as well. Syndra just going to go ahead and try to farm up, getting a little bit more damage poked in on her from that spear. Nidalee being pretty aggressive in the lane there, actually able to push her out pretty easily.
Syndra is definitely getting outpoked right now. This is not good for Syndra right now.
Yeah, especially since Nidalee is going to be hitting 6 here in right around a minute. Syndra really needs to just take what she's lost, go back, heal up, and be ready for the level 6 fight because she's not gonna win it here. She just stays.
Looks like Aurelia's controlling her top lane. It's behind already.
Herthides in a little bit of trouble. He's about wow, he's about 24 minions behind at 5 minutes.
Aurelia
That's
just
pretty huge.
and she's stolen it and she's
Bot
put it in
lane
her
Lusao
nexus.
gets pulled in under the tower, but is not taking tower damage. There are minions there to stop that. It looks like he's gonna be able to just run away and be safe there. That was actually a pretty good grab from Blitzcrank. That's a pretty solid one.
Looking like Vi wants to get some action on here. Does she get spotted? It's the fog of war here. She is spotted by blue. Blue team can see her.
Yeah, it looks like looks like they're just not going to be able to do much here. The pull coming out from
This
Dio Snap does miss. Vi jumping in onto Tristana. The flash coming out from Tristana. She's going to go ahead and get away pretty cleanly. Flash is down though, so that's a decently successful gank there.
yeah, no summoners wasted by the free agent, so it's very good.
Yeah, Vi can come back down into this bottom lane in about 2 minutes, and they could probably force the jump from with Blitzcrank from Tristana, and then just jump in. Vi's going to be 6, and she'll be able to just jump right onto the Tristana there.
Looks like Syndra and Nidalee both back respectively. Nidalee picking up the Tear of Goddess and Syndra picking up the Chalice of Harmony.
Hmm. It looks like we do have a little bit of action in the mid lane here. Very is getting dropped extremely low. The ult coming out from Syndra, not able to kill Varys quite yet.
Maybe if she just had one more orb.
Just one more.
Maybe
If she had one more
one
orb,
more.
it would have just been a little bit closer. Probably, I don't think it would have ended up killing it. And very nice stun coming out there. That was a pretty decent skill shot there. That's actually probably the one of the hardest skill shots to hit in the game. And if you can do that
Unless you have
consistently,
all 5 orbs.
well, yeah. But I mean, if you can do that consistently with one or two orbs, you know you've done something pretty decent. The blue buff getting picked up by Syndra in that mid lane there. She's gonna go ahead and jump in right onto the Nidalee, but Nidalee's gonna go ahead and back off. Bot lane for Real Season Vets does decide they're gonna go ahead and buy. Nidalee's gonna be picking up her blue as well with the jump over the wall. Hopefully the passive for Vi's Masteries doesn't take it there, then she does pick that up.
That is definitely not having a fun time, Tom.
Yeah, in that top lane,
Oh,
Zed
good
just
point.
not having a good time there. He's down by about 50 some minions, and just wow, he's just getting pushed completely out of lane. Uh,
Yeah,
I'm actually kind of not surprised that that's happening. I really is just way too strong. First blood coming out, I did miss that. Wow, Vi
let's see.
did not actually come in for a gank. There was just a 1v1 right there in the mid lane. I'm gonna go ahead and rewind that to see
You
what
should.
went down. Looks like they're just doing their thing, poking back in on each other. Looks like Syndra just out of position just a little bit, goes around the wrong side of Nidalee and just gets creamed.
Levi is coming for a gank top.
Looks like again mid is gonna go down. We do see bottom lane getting a lot of action right now. It looks like Caitlyn does drop to Tristana the Ignite again, like I said, through the barrier, just killing her barrier dropped and Ignite was still on there.
Well, barrier does only last for 2 seconds, Ignite lasting for 5, I believe.
Looks like Varys is going to get caught in the mid lane. Syndra does pick her up with that
That's
ultimate.
good. That's good. Trying to pick up Lily. A red buff. Zed's still struggling.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's having a very good time in the top lane here. He's down by
60 now.
60 CS and two levels. Uh, it's basically gonna be a
Oh,
win
and
there
Vi
for
is
Aurelia. Vi
trying to
coming in
come in for
for
a gank, but
a gank top, but Aurelia is already gonna be gone by the time she gets into the lane here.
I'm wondering what Aurelia is going to pick up. She does have. Oh, there's the rent. Oh my, Warden's Mail and the Phage and Boots. She could just come back in and walk all over Zed if she wanted to now.
Looks like we do see a gank coming in for bottom. Real Season Vets bringing the Malphite in here. Gonna see what happens down with that. There is no ward in that bush, but I'm not sure if they saw Malphite come in or not. Looks like
And
they're
Malphite
just
does not
gonna.
have his ulti right now.
Oh, it'll be up here in a few seconds. Looks like it'll take about
Lucio trying to bait
15.
that pull.
The pull does come out though, and Malphite just jumps right in as soon as possible. But the Blitzcrank is probably going to be able to get away here. The passive shield for him popping, ultimate as well. Caitlyn putting that
Uh,
ult out onto
Lily.
Lucio, but Malphite just getting his thing done. Looks like Nidalee's coming in bottom for a counter gank here. The ultimate from Malphite does come out. She could have stayed and just done her thing here. She does pick up a
Oh,
kill onto Tristana with that spear. Uh, looks like she's gonna keep going for it, or she's gonna go ahead and head back to mid. In the top lane,
Lily did waste her flash trying to pick up Blitzcrank there. Didn't work.
yeah. Well, you know what? They got one. They didn't lose any. It's a pretty good trade for them, even with the flash going down. And Zed just in a whole heap of trouble. About 70 farm down now in that top lane. He's not looking good. He's still only got the cloth armor and 3 potions.
I'm not sure why he would try to go for a brutalizer, and I don't think that's a good choice. He wants to try to live
Yeah,
early, putting the poke down.
I think what
Bottom
he's
might
doing
drop
is
here.
just kind of doing his own thing with the build that he's normally used to. So it's not gonna work out for him this time. It looks like Tristana's gonna be coming in on this, trying to get that Blitzcrank. They may
Oh,
see a pull coming in onto Tristana. She's gonna get ulted by Lulu and is gonna get out of there. The ultimate coming from Lulu is just very good for them in the
Relia
bot
ganking
lane.
middle.
Nidalee getting
Can she just pick up the
getting ganked by Irelia, does drop in that jungle there. Looks like we're gonna see a tower back for Real Season Vets. They did lose that bottom tower to the free agents, but you know what? They got 2 kills out of it, and they're probably gonna get this one in return, as well as Dragon here.
Now, what was really good about that was that Malphite was tanking the tower while Tristana got grabbed, so she did not take any tower shots. But she probably would have dropped.
Yeah, it was really well played, really well coordinated by Real Season Vets. Looks like
And
Dragon
here's the
is gonna
difference
go
between.
down to Real Season Vets there. Blitzcrank trying to get a pull in. He's gonna see if he can't get that Malphite. The pull probably not gonna hit anything here. Unfortunately, it does not. Lucille does go ahead and get away.
Barely. A free agent team and an actual team that's been playing with each other for a long time. They knew they had the advantage there, so they went and they took their advantage even farther and they took Dragon.
Ah, I just got a bug splat.
Oh, that's fun.
Yes, very, very fun.
The stream just sees this beautiful picture. I actually really like that background.
You do. I enjoy it as well.
Out still. Aurelia still 70 farm ahead. Blitzcrank trying to initiate onto Tristana jumping over Blitzcrank, trying to get that Caitlyn. Caitlyn does Q. Looks like Tristana might drop here to Caitlyn, ulti blocked by Lucille. Blitzcrank charging after the Tristana. Looks like Tristana does pick up Caitlyn, resetting her jump. She does jump out. And Blitzcrank does miss her grab. Still picking up Tristana. Let's pick up an IE, and Caitlyn picking up Blade of the Ruined King. Tristana would have gotten Blade of the Ruined King over the IE, but you never know. Sincho gets back into game here shortly.
Alright, so we're back in the game. We do see Tristana got a double kill. Also did die to the Blitzcrank. Vi also picking up a kill onto Malphite there. Looks like we are going
Oh,
to see a little bit of aggression here in the mid lane onto that Nidalee. Syndra doing quite a bit more damage than she was before. Nidalee just unable to keep up as the game progresses. Tristana stealing away that red buff from Malphite there. Definitely a good idea for her to have that for their team. Vi picking up her own red buff. Looks like she's going to go ahead and go top, trying to stop that tower from going down to Aurelia. Probably not going to do much, though. Aurelia probably could just 3v1 at this
Oh,
point. It looks like mid lane, we do get a little bit of action. Blitzcrank did get the pull on to Syndra. Nidalee picking up the kill there. Spear coming out from Nidalee does miss onto that Malphite. We do get a little action up onto this Aurelia in the top lane. Zed and Vi look like they want to get in on this, but unfortunately neither of them actually have their level 2 ulti. I'm basically 100% sure that Aurelia
I
could
think it
take
really could have
them.
2v1 them.
Yeah, Aurelia could
Yeah,
have
she
taken
could.
both of them at this point. She's really far ahead. Like she's doubling Zed's CS,
Both
80
their
to
ultis were on cooldown.
60. It looks like Blitzcrank's in a little bit of trouble. They do come in for the bot lane, but Aurelia's coming in. She is going to go ahead and kill that Caitlyn off. She's also going to be able to poke the rest of them out of that lane there. They're not going to be able to go aggressive on Lucille on that Lulu or the Malphite in the back there.
Aurelia's
Honestly,
just too strong.
yeah, honestly, she could 3v1 them right now if she really wanted to, but she does have
Yeah.
backup from Syndra and Lulu.
Looks like Aurelia's just gonna go back top and just grab all that farm that
Yeah,
she's been getting
she's
this
doing a
entire
pretty good
game.
job of catching the waves as they come in, as well as just roaming. So it's pretty good. She's it's actually very good in that top lane.
I think Blood Green is definitely the core of the team this game.
No, it's definitely still Lucille. Lucille on that Lulu, getting the ultimates where they need to be. I'm just kidding. Turning people into
104.
giants. Looks like we do see a little bit of action coming in on the bot lane. Caitlyn in a little bit of trouble there. Does get the explosive shot put on her. He's going to go ahead and just back off. Tristana not wanting to put herself in a poor position there. The ward coming out from Lucille onto the blue buff there. They do see that they are doing that. Pink wards galore from Lucille. He's, like I said the last time we saw them play, he's definitely one of those
Best
guys that
pink
just
orders.
pink. One of the best pink warders, yeah, that I've seen as a support. He does get that ward in the dragon pit as well, with the pink ward that's outside the pit there, over the
Way
wall.
outside.
Yeah, it was that's like it was basically on the very edge of the pink ward's vision, but he did get it.
Yeah.
That's pretty solid pink warding right there. Over the wall, still
Look at
gets
this
the.
dragon fight.
We do see the dragon fight. The pink ward is gonna drop there, so they're not gonna have vision coming into this. Looks like
Looks like they're just
looks like free
scared.
agents are just gonna back off. They know that they can't really win a fight here. They're gonna let Dragon do a little bit of the damage and see what happens. Real season vets just they want to bait this.
Yeah, this Lucille did just lose that double buff there, so Lulu's gonna be behind in this next fight, and double ward from real season vets.
Buddy wards. The green one was to distract them from getting the pink one.
And they didn't even hit either of them.
Yeah, it's okay. That's what the wards are for. Is the green wards are distractions. Tristana does pick up that mid turret in the meantime while they're just posturing around Dragon. It looks like they're gonna go ahead and just kind of back off at this one. It looks like instead Malphite's just gonna jump in on everybody. The ult coming out from Lulu as well, knocking them both up again for the second time. Vi dropping to Syndra, that ultimate coming from Syndra, very strong. Zed getting a little bit of a free kill onto Syndra as well, but Tristana dropping him. Looks like Caitlyn is gonna pick up that Lulu with her headshot, or with her ultimate there. And Blood Crane's gonna probably drop here. Um, Tristana probably could have turned that one around if she had stayed in. But you know what? That was pretty. All in all, it's a pretty good trade for free agents. Three for two, and they're trying for a
Oh, I don't even
fourth.
know what happened there.
The pull hit, but since the cast time on Tristana's jump was finished, right as the pull hit, she does get the jump off, which is it's really interesting to figure out how that works with the Blitzcrank pull or with Thresh pulls as well.
I don't like it. Doesn't make sense, but it's cool.
It's because there's a short cast time for Tristana's jump. Uh, the cast time really puts a damper on all those pulls and whatnot. So if you can get it at the right time, it works out perfectly. If you do it just a little bit too early, sucks to be you. Looks like they are
No,
gonna
I think
posture in for this dragon again. Malphite's just taking a lot of damage from these spears. Lulu's gonna look like he's gonna just go in for dragon by himself.
I really picking up the Vi Tom. Vets could have done better. They probably should have gone for Caitlyn first, or put more focus onto Caitlyn.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say pick up because it is Nidalee.
yeah. Nidalee is probably gonna just troll them for a while and then get away. She does have
Looks like
quite
they
a
are
few
going to stop
bushes.
chasing.
Yeah, Syndra and Lulu just continuing on that chase. Nidalee cannot fight them now. If they do catch her in the jungle again, it is going to be basically a free kill for them. Syndra getting the very nice stun onto the Blitzcrank. They are going to pick that one up. Bloodcrane picking that one. Tristana finishing off that dragon. Lulu looking like she wants to get in on this Vi here. She does stop the Vi's Vault Breaker with her W. That polymorph so strong. It looks like they're going to go ahead and just back off of each other. Dragon and a kill for real season vets. That's a pretty good deal for them.
Looks like everyone's just gonna go back to laning for a bit.
Yeah, Bloodcrane looking extremely threatening in that top lane. Probably is going to get this tower. May lose his life for it though, as all the free agents. Well, never mind.
Two,
It's just
two
Vi and Zed. He's going to get this tower. He could probably 2v1 them at this point.
from ahead.
They're going to go ahead and just farm instead of looking for the kill. Very smart on their end. They probably could have just sent Vi up there alone.
Bloodcrane is going for the. I think it's the Zephyr, if that's what it builds into now. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Let's see. Are you talking about the Stinger?
Zephyr, don't they?
Yes, it builds into Zephyr and Nashor's.
Zephyr though.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be Zephyr. I don't see anybody on Aurelia picking up a Nashor's. The Zephyr does make sense though. It stacks with her passive, her already insane tenacity passive.
And she did grab Ninja Tabby instead of Merchant, so that is a smart decision on her part.
Looks like Malphite wants to get in on this.
Malphite.
He's gonna go hard for this Caitlyn. The Caitlyn barrier does come out. It probably is not gonna get a kill for them. Nidalee picking up a kill
Ooh.
onto Syndra with that spear. On the other end, Irelia stopping Zed and Blitzcrank from killing Tristana. Tristana getting out of there just
Aurelia.
barely. Irelia just going extremely insane. Getting that quadra kill. Looks like he may be able to pick up a pentakill here.
Is this gonna be a
Give it,
Penta?
give the
Will
penta.
it be?
Yes,
Yes!
the penta comes out
Pentakill!
onto Aurelia. The
There's
ace
Pentakill.
on for real season vets. That's a very well played by Aurelia there, saving that
Beautiful.
Tristana, picking up the kills. And very nice. That's the first
What's she doing?
that's the first penta
Where's
that we've seen
Penta?
in tournaments. Congratulations to Bloodcrane for that one. That's gonna be definitely on the highlight reel at the end of this one.
Definitely, that's just gonna push Aurelia all the way through. She
Yeah.
just got 1800 gold.
Yeah, basically that just seals her spot as the MVP for this game. Blood Crane,
Yeah,
just extremely strong. Just
Do something
continually
farm.
pushing out that top lane. He's like, hey, I just did not get enough gold. I need more farm.
Free agents
Looks like free
hovering
agents are,
around Baron.
yeah, hovering around Baron. Just looks like they want to get in a little action here. They probably can do this. They did see Tristana bottom. Yeah, that looks like they are gonna go for it. Very's making the call to start that one. Uh, Maybe they can pull this one off, and if not, they can just turn on the two people who are coming in for this.
They
There are wards in the
do
bushes
have a
here.
lot of damage.
They have quite a bit of damage. They are gonna turn around on this. Oh snap, dropping extremely low just from the Syndra Q and the stun there. Looks like Irelia wants to get in on this, getting a little bit manly here. The jump onto Caitlyn is not gonna give him a kill though. Caitlyn flash does come out. Blitzcrank is gonna drop to Malphite. The ult coming out from Syndra picks up the Vi. Zed in a little bit of
So
trouble.
just
They could probably just turn around and go do Baron at this point, but it looks like they're gonna pick up these kills. Aurelia picking up yet another kill onto Zed. Zed just not in a good having a good game right now.
just on picking up Italy out of nowhere. Not even sure
Just
where that
out
happened.
of God knows where. Where did Nidalee die? Oh, that was probably that was Tristana and her dots basically picking that one up. Looks like top lane is gonna go down to Blood Crane and Ghoulish.
I think it's Gaulish. I don't
Gaulish?
Ghoulish.
I don't know, man.
Oh,
I refuse. I refuse your proper pronunciation of his name.
you do just like Lucio.
Yes. Honestly, they could have just gone and done Baron, but they chose to get that map control. They could just keep using Baron as a point of contention, and just keep getting these
Contention.
really easy fights. Contention. That's what it is. Look it up. It's a word.
Ten.
You're actually looking it up right here, right now. All right. So,
Oh, it is a word. See, I'm learning English.
you're learning English. It looks like we're just gonna see all the free agents grouping up. They want to stick together. Want to get a more of a clean fight. The last couple fights have been kind of sloppy on their end.
Oh God, noises. Okay, I'm good. Yeah.
Looks like Syndra is going to be picking up that blue buff. The ward coming out from Blood Crane onto the Baron pit there. Looks like they're just going to keep everything warded and just keep trying to do what they do. Blood Crane trying to pick up that red buff. He's going to be able to steal that away. Vi is not going to be able to see that in time, most likely.
Nearly dropping
Oh,
to
the
Italy
smite
again.
may come out here, but Vi does just jump back over the wall. She could have taken that off of Aurelia there.
Italy did just
Looks,
drop to Tristana.
I saw that. Dragon is going to drop to Tristana as well. Not very important at this point, but because the gold lead is just insane right now. About 10, 13,000 gold in the favor of real season vets. Uh, just not
Lucio and
looking.
Tristana. Or what am I saying? Tristana and Aurelia taking most of that.
Yeah, well, you know what? That's exactly where they need it.
It's true. It's very true.
Looks like
Syndra
Baron is going to
was not
drop
having
to real season vets there. Smite coming out from Malphite.
Syndra was not having the best laning phase, so it's good that all the gold went to Tristana and Aurelia.
Yeah. Maybe we might see some little catchiness coming from real season vets. They want to see if they can catch someone out in the jungle. Unfortunately, everyone's in the base for free agents. Looks like this tower is going to be the point of contention here, where we are going to see a lot of little poke coming out from Nidalee as well as Blitzcrank, trying to catch those grabs. I've noticed quite a bit recently with the Nidalee spears is where they're kind of off. If you know what I mean, they're just you think that it's not going to hit, and then it just kind of slides for a whole minute
There's
or like an inch and just hits whoever is near it. It's kind of one of those things.
hitbox, man.
Yeah, the hitboxes are kind of
Awesome.
it's awkward. Just watching. Malphite ult coming in onto Nidalee and Caitlyn in the lane here, diving in under this tower. Lusal is going to pick up Zed. Double kill for Relia. Malphite does drop to Caitlyn, but he's going to drop as well to Blood Crane. Blood Crane just doing so much for his team right now. Completely just making sure that his team is going to win this game. Mid turret does drop. Looks like it is going to be an inhibitor as well. Nidalee coming around in the backside for a spear. Does not land it, but then now they know he's there. He's not in a good position at this point. It's drop to Tristana. Tristana not really even jumping or doing anything. Just does not get the jump over the wall, but you know what? He does get the kill, so that's all that matters. The turret dropping for Real Season Vets. Looks like they are
And
going to
there's
pick this game
GG.
up. Yeah, GG to Real Season Vets. Very well played.
What happened in that last fight was that Vi used her ulti on Aurelia, and Aurelia was just like, I don't care. She's just gonna keep walking all over your team.
All right, so we're just going to get right into